These are people who are going to be great tomorrow. And looking at our activities like the bantabas, the camps that we have organized, the continuous radio programs, we've created a lot of changes. We've changed the mindset of people, especially the parents. Some of them would be like, child rights is here to bring a misconception. Child rights is here.
That would lead me to my next question.
Yeah.
Because normally, if you talk about child's right, Mohammed, in the Gambian context, what they tell you is, this is a Western ideology that is imposed on us to create indiscipline amongst children in the Gambia, because they tell you, like I had this uncle who used to tell me, okay, child's right, in Hamulens and Boba, how can a child look at his mother and say, Mom, you are lying, you know, and all those kind of things. I think this is the concept that people have about child's rights. So maybe you could just clear the air regarding this issue.
Okay, thanks, Ablai. I think people don't really understand what child's right mean. You know, looking at your mom and telling her that you are lying, or you know, trying to abuse her, that is not a right of a child. You know, we have one of our articles that talk about discipline, and it is a right. It is a major right of a child to be disciplined.
So every child has a right to be disciplined. Okay.
Okay. When we talk about rights, people don't understand. People cannot differentiate what our rights are and what our needs are.
Okay.
But in a short definition that I tap from our national coordinator, if he is defining child's right, he defines it as those needs, you know, that are being recognized by the law. So when you talk of our needs as children, you know, you just go and sit with your dad and ask him what your needs are. He'll be like, you know, health, education,
food, clothing,
and he will emphasize on discipline and, you know, religion, know your tradition, culture. And, these are all needs of children. So it is because of these needs, you know, we have a body that sat down and put all these needs into rights.
To make sure that the people who could be held accountable fulfill this, okay, in case they don't.
They don't. Okay. That is our duty bearers. Okay. That is why we have the reason of this Western ideology is why we have the ACRWC, the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of the Child. You can see that every article that is in the UNCRC, the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, is in the ACRWC. Okay. But all those, some of the articles that are in the ACRWC are not in the UNCRC.
Okay, and I think one thing that differentiates the two is the ACRC goes further to outline the responsibilities that children have towards every right. Zahra, I think we'll just give the opportunity to our audience to come in. Of course, they are all child activists in their own way, some from Voice of the Young, others from their various schools. So we'll just give them the opportunity to share their comments, or if they have anything that they want to say, they could just come in. So the floor is open for the audience.
I think Voice of the Young, when we want to talk about its achievement from the past 10 years, we'll sit here till tomorrow without finishing. Voice, we've done a lot in the Gambia. In those days, when we want to talk about Voice of the Young, people will start harassing you or telling you some things that you don't like. But through our advocacy, the programs we implement, we try to convince some of them. Though some others are still saying it, but at least the 3/4 of those who we are saying it know about child rights now. We observe that it's not fair when we stop at the greater value while leaving the rural people there. That's where we also have voice groups there in the rural. We will also talk to those people in the rural and tell them about child rights. Voice, I think I will not stop applying by not thanking our donors, Save the Children Sweden, ECPAT, and also CBA, because they help us in everything that we are doing. They are our elders, everything we are doing, they step in and help us.
Okay, thank you very much, Secham, for that contribution. I just want to take this opportunity to recognize the presence of the National Child and Youth Advisory Board, and I think Adam, who is also from the board, has something that he wants to say. Adam, quickly.
I am Adam Singadi from the National Youth and Advisory Board. First, I would like to thank the Change Mega Show, you and your co-presenter, for giving us the opportunity to come here and talk to the people outside there. I think for us, we and Voice, we are linkage. Most of our aims and objectives are the same. So I think we cannot be who we are without people outside there helping us. I think our focus to sensitize should be on the parents out there, for us also, for them also to help us in in implementing some of our activities, because it is common in the houses that abuse and exploitation are all in the houses, and I think they can help us because we cannot be who we are without their support.
Okay.
Thank you.
I just want to give some light to what Sabali said as to the needs, and also share a short story that I had during one of my advocacies in Voice of the Young. One of it was, I asked a parent, what do you give to a child to make him or her a better person tomorrow? And the parent started listing. I gave him food, I gave him shelter, I gave him health care, I gave him education, and all those things, if you look at it, are rights that are being articulated in the ACRWC. And this, I think, is an important thing. And achievements of voice are numerous. And then I would just like to point out one, which is our advocacy towards the enactment of the Children's Act 2005.
I would like to contribute to what we are talking about, child sexual abuse. I guess this is mainly caused by the lack of communication between parents and their children. Parents who talk to their children about child abuse, child sexual abuse. We are talking about we should break the culture of silence. Silence is not the answer. Yes. Children should not be silent, and parents should also be reporting cases. For example, the communication between parents and children. You should talk to your child. When you tell your child this is not good, tell him or her the bad effects of it. Yes, so that he or she can know what to do. I think this is all I want to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much to the people who have contributed from the side of the audience. We don't have much time. This just does not have something to do with you as a parent checking on your children all the time, but I think it is important that you communicate effectively, especially between a girl and a mother.
Yes.
Because it is very disheartening to say, but in the Gambia, it is rather unfortunate that most parents cannot even open their mouth and tell their daughters don't have sex with any guy. They see that as a taboo.
Yes.
All they tell you is bul nangu góor mu laa sa ween mi, wala bul nangu góor mu gis foofu noonu, and all those kind of things, which we believe is like an information that is inadequate. So we just want to plead to all parents and any other person who is a guardian to make sure that whenever they're given information, the information should always be a complete information.
I would just like to ask Simon, in his own point of view, what do you think is the way forward?
Okay, I will quote from Carol Bellamy, the former executive director of UNICEF, when he said, history will judge us harshly if we refuse to use our will, our knowledge, and our resources to ensure that every new member of the human family arrives into a world that will honor and protect the invaluable and irreplaceable years of childhood. So I think as adults and as even young people, if we use our resources, the children, our will, that is what comes out from us, and the knowledge we tap from our predecessors, I think we will have a country free of all forms of violence.
Okay. Like linking it to your last words or final words?
Whatever, my final word, my last words, all the same. I think my final words will go to the general public. You, the first person who had it, is the child's trusted person. Let's try and break the culture of silence and report all cases. And also, I would like to use this opportunity. I'd like to tell the general public that the membership of Voice of the Young is open. You can always get a form from the office that is located at Fajara.
Around the War Cemetery.
Around the War Cemetery, or you can go to any school in the Combos here, and at least we have voice members in most schools around. You can get our form.
Okay.
Yes, Abdullah, I would leave these 3 questions to my fellow young people, my fellow children. Whenever you are going out, always ask yourself these 3 questions. 1, do someone I trust know where I am? 2, do I have a yes or no feeling? Sometimes you do go out and then you have 2 minds. Will I go or will I not? So if such situation happen to you, you should not go out. And thirdly, will I get help when I need it? If you're going to Abdullah Baji's house and you think that Abdullah Baji's play area there is very much lonely. So it is always best for you to stay back instead of always go to a place where people will be around, and if somebody wants to do something bad, you will be able to shout and people would come to your rescue. And with that, thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll be here to the end of the Changemaker show. Until we see you next time, same time, same